What's up, folks? Long McQuade is back for day 3 of the NAMM Report. Today we are kicking things off with ESP LTD guitars. They just dropped a pile of new stuff. They got signatures, they got basses, they've got electric guitars coming out the wazoo, starting with the ESP LTD Gojira JD1 signature guitar. This is the Joe Duplantier first ESP LTD signature model. Hitting the top 5 highlights and features, this is a silver sunburst finished with minimalist design. This is equipped with a single DiMarzio JD Fortitude pickup for signature Gojira tone. Designed in collaboration with Gojira guitarist Joe Duplantier. Modern baritone-inspired scale, suitable for heavy and low-end riffs. And standout visual and sonic statement, perfect for stage and studio. Absolute knockout guitar. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you know, for Gojira fans, they're gonna really, really love this guitar. You know, not every metal-inspired guitar has to be this spiky monstrosity, okay?
Yes, and that's what stands out about it.
It stands out. It's slick, and it's really well suited for these heavy riffs. That's not trying to scream that this is heavy, right? So that's the thing I love about the Joe Duplantier model. Gojira fans are gonna really love this one.
And it stands out as a metal guitar because it's got these ergonomic kind of curves and shapes. And like Neil said, not super pointy. Kind of reminds me of a Jaguar in a sense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That body style. ESP's LTD Deluxe 1000 series has 14 new releases. We're going to touch on a few of the highlights here. The LTD Deluxe Aero 1000 in pearl white. The LTD Deluxe EC 1000 Candy Apple Red Satin, absolute knockout finish. LTD Deluxe MV 1000 in pearl white. The LTD Deluxe MH 1000 NT Granite Sparkle. Check out this finish, absolute killer. LTD Deluxe TH1000 Evertune FM See-Through Black Sunburst. Again, another knockout finish. Now getting into the ESP guitar launches. We have 10 new guitars. We're going to touch on some of the top ones here. The LTD 400 range. So we have the LTD Aero 400, the LTD EC 400 QM, LTD M400 HT, the LTD MH400 HT QM, and the LTD MH400 in Snow White. These guitars absolutely smoking. And moving right along to the signature models. Okay, we have the LTD Alexi Laiho Arrowhead SE 20th anniversary. So that is a Children of Bodom guitarist. We also have the Alexi Laiho Sawtooth SE 20th anniversary. The LTD GL 200 Kami George Lynch signature. And for all of you who don't know George Lynch, famous for playing in Dokken and George Lynch solo. We also have the JS7 Baritone Jack Simmons signature. The JH200 CTM Jeff Hanneman tribute. We also have the LTD MT1 Mick Thompson signature, and finally the LTD SC607 Baritone Stephen Carpenter signature guitar, absolutely smoking. And finally, we're going to touch on the basses here. So we have the LTD B204DX 4-string bass, LTD B205DX 5-string, the Phoenix 204DX 4-string, Phoenix 205 DX 5-string, Surveyor 204 and 205 models. Tons of new drops here for NAMM 2026. I'm loving all this stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I think for a lot of metal fans, what you're gonna get with a lot of these new releases is a way expanded offering, whether it's the ESP line or the more affordable LTD line. These are guitars that are really, really kind of slim. Playability for shredding is the key here. So you're going to get a lot of the features are really geared towards that. And for the signature models, just an expanded range for whether you're a fan of Deftones or you're a fan of Slipknot, whatever. You're going to get some more models for you to choose from.
Yeah, tons of colors, all kinds of shapes. Loving what they got going on here. All right, diving straight into MESA. MESA Boogie returns with the legendary 90s triple rectifier. This thing is an absolute beast. And right out of the gate, I'm loving this all black finish. So this is 150 watts of unapologetic fury, reborn with a vintage accuracy and modern menace. Okay, we got a top 3 set of specs here and highlights. Faithful recreation of the original 90s 2-channel triple rectifier circuit. There's more tubes in this thing than you can count. New blacked out chassis, knobs, and diamond plate aesthetic. So everything is all different shades of black. Looks super ominous and just killer. Massive 6L6 power tube output for headroom and crushing low end. Just check out this front control panel and rear. This thing is an absolute animal. Would love to crank this up. I would need headphones though, because I know the dual rectifier would just blow the roof off. But this triple rectifier, I'm sure it's got tones for days.
Yeah, you know, the 90s triple rectifier from Mesa Boogie. I mean, it's really iconic sound. This is for balls to the wall tone. I mean, this is it's a distortion overdrive monster. And it's kind of cool that they kind of brought it back with a kind of a blacked out, sleek finish. I mean, this is no nonsense tone, right? Yeah. And that's kind of the look and aesthetic they're going for.
We're going to deal with some Pearl products here. So there's a couple of new pedals, drum pedals that have come out. And I can touch on these because I've been drumming forever. So we got the Pearl Eliminator Mono Pro single and double pedal release. We've got extended power, surgical speed, and it is totally customizable, which I love. Features extended footboard and mono post, for greater reach and tighter setups. Sprocketless double chain drive blending, fully customizable response and power shifter. And for those drummers who've, you know, kind of like taken their drumming up to a certain mid to pro level, all of these little details mean everything. Especially, we got upgraded Ninja bearings and zero play hinge. Zero play is essentially no latency. So when you're hitting that pedal and you get a little bit of jiggle, I've had that in old double pedal setups. Yeah. There's nothing more annoying than that when you're trying to record or play, you know, at a high level live. There's nothing worse than that. So what I did with one of my old double pedal setups is I actually bought a Pearl hinge, like the double pedal arm, because they were best in class for that kind of zero latency play. Okay. So yeah, we've got those 2 new Pearl pedals, absolutely awesome. Mapex drums, we've got the Mapex Design Lab Swift pedal. So this is quick set spring, tensioner and guide, independently adjustable beater hub, reinforced bearing hinge design with zero play. Back to that zero latency, zero play idea there, and smart form case included. That is a huge step up. You have this kind of like, you know, you just have a canvas case, a zip up canvas case for it. I've never had a case for my pedals. I've always used like duffel bags. Right. So that's actually a pretty cool piece right there. Nice. That I would buy that for. Okay, so for you DJs out there, we are covering AlphaTheta. They've just dropped few new products here at NAMM, starting with the AlphaTheta Slab Mini Pad Controller for Serato. We also have the AlphaTheta RMX Ignite Professional DJ Effector with 4-pad sampler, and the AlphaTheta DJM V5 3-channel DJ mixer. These are all add-ons for things like a Rain mixing console or any other kind of mixing or DJ mixing console you have. These are add-ons and just, you know, high quality stuff from AlphaTheta.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Like if you're in that Serato environment, you're going to get something that is a controller that really allows you to take an extra little bit of command. I know that other releases, like other companies such as like Ableton, they have a controller that allows you to really dive in from a tactile point of view and control the software. So this AlphaTheta Slab MIDI pad controller, it seems like for those people in the DJ world, you're going to be able to get more tactile, more efficient, and just the barrier between your sets and the software is going to be removed.
And way more effect controls, add-on mixers, all kinds of stuff, you know, drum pads. So, and for those who don't know what Serato is, it is a connecting software for DJ mix consoles that you can hook up to your phone or your laptop. But yeah, all this integrated stuff, extra cool for DJ add-ons. Okay, now looking at Nord keyboards. They are known for being a top player in the space for synthesizers and keyboards. Now, Nord's latest Electro 7 lineup delivers game-changing tone and control, from new synth power and bold color displays to vibrant drawbars, advanced effects, and ultra-expressive keybeds across all three models. Those three models are the Nord Electro 7D 61 key, the Nord Electro 7D 73 key, and the Nord Electro 7 HP 73 key digital keyboards. So these are brand new to the space.
These are some of the top digital keyboards. Yeah. The Nord Electro is iconic. Many bands love it, and for good reason. So what they're doing with this refresh is really interesting. Along with the sample-based synthesis, they're actually adding a brand new virtual synth engine underneath the hood. So there's going to be lots to dive into there. Yeah. In terms of other refreshes, the effects section, a brand new refresh. You're going to be able to control your effects much more. And they've refreshed the organ part. So the iconic Nord organ, it's a separate part, but it seems like they're really integrating and trying to bring that iconic features and playability from the organ model right into the Nord Electro, the new model. So that's really cool.
There you go. Okay, Epiphone is dropping a striking new guitar. This is the Fatoumata Diawara Signature SG guitar with hardshell case and Malian graphic. You got to see this top. This thing looks unbelievable. So the visually striking Signature SG is Diawara through and through, with signature graphic top and color coordinated hardware. Red pickup rings, knobs, switch tip, and gold accents. Looking at some of the top features here. Alnico Classic Pro humbuckers with modern electronics, push-pull coil split, set mahogany neck with custom C profile, bound rosewood fretboard, lock tunematic bridge and locking tuners, and it has gold-plated hardware. Man, this is a beautiful guitar.
Yeah, so Fatoumata Diawara, she's this really talented artist. If you haven't heard of her, you should check her out. A lot of her influence is really rooted in Mali, West Africa, and it really seems that she's really taken it to roots in the design of the guitar. So that guitar, every element of the look reflects her personal heritage.
100%.
And it's really cool, a little bit of extra representation is that this is the first black woman to have an Epiphone Signature SG. Congratulations to her, and this is a very interesting guitar, very inspired, just like her music.
Okay, now diving into Yamaha, they just dropped an absolutely killer hybrid drum module, something I've never seen before. So this is the Yamaha EAD50 Ultimate Hybrid Drum Module. This is one box with endless possibilities. The EAD50 captures, blends, and transforms your acoustic kit with pro-level sound, effects, and streaming-ready connectivity. And this has this is loaded with triggers, and you can record acoustically. That is why they call it the hybrid. So top features here: captures your full drum kit with a single high-quality microphone setup, studio-grade sound with zero hassle, hybrid sound control. So acoustic plus trigger, blend acoustic drums with electronic samples, effects, and customizable tones. That to me is really killer, especially if you're doing kind of like hip hop, electronic, kind of R&B stuff. For in your DAW, you could be printing to MIDI and also having your acoustic drums in parallel. I think that's absolutely killer. This comes with a kick drum trigger module as a standalone piece. And it also has flexible trigger inputs to connect extra pads. You have multi-channel USB and outputs. You can send individual tracks to PA, recording, or streaming setups with 8 balanced outputs. Practice, record, edit, and share performances directly to your smartphone or tablet. And flexible expansion adds extra pads, mics, or triggers to create a hybrid kit. Again, I would absolutely love to check one of these out. So yeah, take a look and check out the video in the link below for kind of, the full rundown. Now, Yamaha is also releasing 2 new keyboards. So we've got these 2 new portable keyboards, the PSR E483 and the PSR E583. A couple of highlights here: expanded voices and massive sound banks on both. You got 860 on the PSR E483 and 890 on the PSR E583. Auto chord play and looper, so you can record, loop, and jam to your heart's content. Redesigned grid panel and USB-C connectivity. These things are really great for kind of like that on-the-go keyboard player. Price points are tight.
Yeah, exactly. Like these are like pretty popular keyboards. They're not the most extremely mind-blowing whatever, but these are really solid sounds that you're going to get a lot of expanded voices. You're going to be able to play a lot of a variety of different patches.
Fully robust. I mean, these things have all the I/O you need, and
So just a solid offering for someone who wants just a really high-quality portable keyboard.
100%. Okay, one of my favorite subjects in the world, EVH. I'm absolutely loving these guitars.
You're going to love this one.
Kicking things off. See, why do they have to do this to me? See, there's a problem here because EVH they just released a guitar that I need in my collection.
And you have to get it. You're going to have to get it.
My wife's going to kill me. Okay, so we got the EVH limited edition Stripe Series Frankenstein Frankie maple fingerboard, black with yellow stripes, aged. I'm dying here because the last time they made a limited edition Bumblebee, it was like 30 grand, and that was way out of my price range. This is now kind of creeping into my price range, but look at the details. Like the relicing on this thing, absolutely killer. They basically did the same job as the red Frankie with kind of like that, like the fake pickup on the insert that's not connected to anything. So they basically modeled it after that, but they gave it the Bumblebee finish, which is my favorite. I'm kind of torn between the white and the Bumblebee. Either way, this guitar is absolutely smoking.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, I think it's really cool. Like the thing that's really interesting about EVH is that they've been making a really, really very particular effort to really nail every tiny detail about Eddie Van Halen's guitar. Like they really, really, everything from, as you said, the fake pickup and from like just how it's reliced, it really, really accurately models Eddie Van Halen's accents.
100%.
So,
and if you want to spend the money, I mean, you can get these models right up to the cigarette burns and every single detail. They've got really every configuration of these Stripe series, whether you want the white, the red, the Bumblebee. But yeah, this one is just destroying me right now. I got to move on because I'm going to buy it before the end of the video. Okay, and we also have the EVH SA126 Special in Platinum Pearl Metallic. This comes with a case. EVH SA126 Special QM Quilt Maple Top in El Natural, and man, these guitars are just killing me here. So what do you think?
I think it's really cool. Like something that's interesting about these new SA126 models is that the finishes are not screaming at you. Right, like they're not the bold purple.
I appreciate that.
And
I mean?
it's cool to have that extra. Like the Platinum Pearl Metallic, it's a subtle sheen to it, and the quilted maple on the El Natural, it's really got a subtle flavor to it. So interesting new additions from EVH.
Totally. Okay, now diving into Jackson guitars. These guys never disappoint, especially in like the last couple of decades. They've ramped up their production and their quality to just an absolutely crazy level. We've covered a lot of Jackson in the last year, from their 7 strings to all kinds of different things, and everything I put in my hand, killer quality. So we got the X Series Soloist SLX DX HT Laurel fingerboard in gloss black and several other colors you're going to want to check out. We have the JS Series Spectra Bass JS2 in Quicksilver. Also comes in several different colors. We have the Pro Origins 1985 limited edition San Dimas SD1 HHFR in yellow Bengal tiger finish. You got to check this out. This just screams Steel Panther. We got Pro Plus Series Soloist SLA2 HT ebony fingerboard in Toxic Apple. Got to love that finish. And several other colors you're going to want to check out. Pro Plus Series Soloist SLA2 ebony fingerboard, red crystal, and finally, and these also, the SLA2 HT comes in several colors, as does the SLA2. the X Series Soloist SLX DX Laurel fingerboard in gold bullion. And it comes in several other colors. You want to check it out. But yeah, Jackson knocking it out of the park. It almost seems like every 6 months they got a new announcement for guitars. They're just crushing it right now.
Yeah, the thing about Jackson is that they always offer a large volume of colors and flavors to their guitars, and it's across the price points. So you're gonna have different options for mid-range, lower end, and premium options. So whatever your price point is, you can get like a really cool finish, you can get or something that's kind of subtle, whatever you want. So you're gonna have more of these expanded offerings coming out of NAMM.
One thing I do like is that Jackson stays true to their 80s roots.
Absolutely.
So for example, the yellow bangle finish, I mean, right there.
That's an 80s look right there.
As 80s as it gets. And yeah, you just can't go wrong with that kind of stuff. So loving what Jackson is doing. Okay, now diving into Blackstar. They are dropping a ton of stuff. So we have the Blackstar Artist FR Cabinet Special. We have the Blackstar Artist FR Cabinet Standard. We have the Blackstar IDX Floor 1, the Floor 2, the Floor 3. We also have the TV 112A 1x12 extension cab. We have the TV 10 AH 10 watt head. We have the TV 112B 1x12 extension cab, the TV10BH 10 watt head. We have the Debut Bass 25 watt bass combo. We also have the Debut Bass 25 Marco Mendoza signature and the portable desktop friendly Beam Mini. Tiny little plug and play. Lots of stuff coming out from Blackstar, and as usual, just great quality.
Yeah, and something that's really cool about Blackstar is there's a lot of like new innovative offerings this year. So you have the IDX Floor. You know, it's no secret that the industry is moving towards really accurate modeling, and Blackstar's really entering the game with really accurate modelers. These numerous floor options. You're going to get really accurate modeling, and it kind of goes a little bit what they've done with their, you know, they have their amp line where they really focus on having a true amp sound from a floor unit. Just seems to be like a kind of a sort of an extension and expansion of that. In terms of that Beam Mini, that's really interesting because you're going to be able to load neural effects onto the Beam Mini, and it's just
very cool.
And this thing is very affordable. So it's an affordable way to really be able to tinker with a lot of the stuff, and yeah, really good option.
And the Fly series of mini amps, we covered those before, and yeah, they've kind of covered like the whole gamut from tube amps, solid state modeling. They're really on top of their game. So loving what Blackstar is doing for NAMM 2026. Okay, and today we're going to wrap up with Fender and Squier, and they've got a line of 2026 Fresh Sonic Series models, mini guitars, basses, beginner-friendly prices, modern finishes, and versatile configurations for players at any stage. So, diving into what we've got going on here for 2026, we've got the Mini Stratocaster. Classic 3 single coil setup, hardtail bridge, new colors in California blue and seafoam green, plus shell pink, black, and Torino red. They also have the Mini Precision Bass, short 28.6 scale length, split coil pickup, simple tone and volume controls. New 2-color Sunburst joins the already black and Dakota red line of colors, and perfect for small hands or beginners. We also have the Sonic Stratocaster. This has multiple configurations, including SSS tremolo, hardtail, the HSS, and the single humbucker HTH. Finishes like seafoam green with maple fingerboard. Cannot go wrong here. Okay, now we've got the Sonic Telecaster and Esquire in some killer new colors. Canary yellow, we've got olive, ultraviolet, and Arctic white. We also have the Sonic Mustang 24-inch scale length with dual single coils or HH configurations. Finishes include Daphne blue, 2-color sunburst, flash pink, California blue, or Torino red. And now looking at basses, we've got the Sonic basses. Full-size Sonic Precision Bass at 34-inch scale length in black, 2-color sunburst, California blue, and several other color configurations. So check those out. You're not going to be disappointed. And finally, the Bronco bass, 30-inch short scale in Daphne Blue. As you can see, Squier has just loaded us up here at NAMM with a whole bunch of new products. What do you got?
I think this is really cool. Something that's really interesting about Squier is that, you used to have, if you wanted a really, really entry-level option, beginner option, you had the Squier Bullet. Simple, black, bare bones, low price point. That's all you had. That's not the case with where Squier is going. I mean, you have so many options on a really, really affordable price range. I mean, something like a seafoam green guitar.
Yeah.
That is kind of something that you kind of think of, oh, it's reserved for something that's like relic, vintage.
Daphne Blue, ultraviolet, Arctic white, like
you got so many options.
Olive, like there's so many cool color options going on here.
So many cool color options and configurations. So just because you're a beginner or you needed something at a much lower price point, doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your style, your appeal, right?
With a good setup, these guitars are built to last. And my 12-year-old son, he has got a Squier guitar. We set up at Long McQuade, and like when I play it, it feels good. So no, they're offering some really high-end stuff.
And it's really cool because and especially with these new offerings for like the Mini Strat or the Mini P bass, a lot of young people, like teenagers, children, they're really thinking like, oh, if you want to get your kid into the guitar, you're going to have a lot more options to choose from. You're going to have a lot of different colors to choose from. It could be a really fun journey getting into playing the guitar 100%. Or getting into playing the bass. And it's something that barrier to entry to actually learning an instrument. Squier wants to kind of really break that down.
And they're setting these things up for ergonomically for smaller hands,
it's
short
for smaller
scale.
Hands.
Yeah, they're doing the right thing here. Absolutely love it. Okay, and finally, wrapping up our 2026 Long McQuade NAMM Report, we are talking about this new 2026 75th anniversary Telecaster. I know as much as you do. All we've seen is a poster. It's on the NAMM flyer that comes out every day.
And yeah, what we're going to do is right now we're going to look at this image and we're just going to speculate and we're just going to riff on it.
So this is not released yet. This is coming. This is a teaser for the coming months.
We know as much as you, and we're not experts inside this, but we're just going to look at this image and dissect it. Okay, so what pops off for you?
Right out of the gate, deep metallic gold. Body with matching headstock finish. Absolutely off the chart. Color-wise, looks killer. What about yourself?
Okay, so here's my take on what this. So you've got the headline. It says the one that started it all. The 1951 Telecaster, the 2026 Telecaster. So what I get the vibe is that they're taking this ain't your grandpa's Telecaster, right? We're gonna bring the Telecaster and make it into this really, really modern thing. And something I noticed is like, okay, some of the stuff that's really, really new, like there's a contour. It's not slab body. There's a contour. It looks like that's a hot rails in the pickup as in the bridge.
Right.
So hot rails. You got these really cool block inlays, right? So this is not being married to the vintage, accurate, whatever. Let's make a modern Telecaster.
Let's hot rod it up. And they have gold hardware matching on the bridge and the single coil, so on the neck pickup cover. So really cool accents. And the hot rails have got a gold color to it. So definitely keeping the accents kind of in line with this look.
That's really cool. It's really premium, fully accented. Yeah, the saddles are not vintage accurate. They're modern. So once again, it seems to be they're trying to take the Telecaster and make it into this modern machine.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of a Resto Mod hot rod where they're giving you some a modern take on a classic. So yes, this is all we got is a teaser poster. Keep your eyes peeled for the 75th anniversary Telecaster. This thing is going to be an absolute beast.
We want to get our hands on it and actually get to know more of the meat of it. So this is just a teaser, and they teased us, So we're interested.
So we would like to hear what your comments are on this pre-release.
Absolutely.
So hope you guys enjoyed the NAMM reports over the last 3 days. We had a blast bringing this stuff to you fast and furious. And I want to thank you for jumping in and helping me out with some of these commentaries.
Yeah, glad to be here, and anytime I get to geek out on instruments, it's a good time. So
Yeah.
glad to geek out with you on this kind of stuff.
This was a beauty. Signing off from the 2026 Long McQuade NAMM Report. We will see you next year.
All right. Yes.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.